Hey everyone, welcome back to my kitchen. I'm Megan and this is my homestead. Tonight it is a weeknight. I need a dinner and tomatoes have started coming in quite a bit. Maybe not all from my garden, but certainly from my CSA. I know I have at least 2 pints of cherry tomatoes in my fridge and a variety that I've picked out of the garden this week. So these are some Cherry Falls tomatoes. And I'm going to make the baked feta pasta that was really popular on TikTok a couple years ago. This is a great way to just use up a whole bunch of small cherry tomatoes quite easily and quickly, and it makes a great dinner. If you wanted to add more protein, you could cook some chicken to go along with this. Tonight I'm just going to do quick and easy, shove this in the oven so I can get some other stuff done. So I'm going to start by preheating the oven at 400 degrees and we'll start gathering our ingredients. Alright, so cherry tomatoes from the fridge, 2 different pints from the CSA. I'm just going to put these in a colander and rinse them under some cool water, and I'm going to gather up the ones here that I've harvested out of the garden. I'm going to make sure to take the tops off because we're not going to process these anymore after we roast them. We're just going to literally mash them with a potato masher. So we don't want any of those extra stemmy bits. Alright, I've got my baking dish here. This is going to go in the oven with our cherry tomatoes. So I just gave those a quick rinse and I'm adding them to the dish. This recipe calls for a shallot. I don't have any right now, but I do have some sweet white onions. So I'm going to put about half of that in here, as well as 3 cloves of garlic. Get a nice stripy garlic clove from a CSA. So this onion is starting to go green, but we're going to use that anyway. So you could mince your garlic. I'm just going to use my garlic press. So I've got 3 cloves. We need 3 sprigs of thyme, which I do have fresh from the garden. So some thyme from the garden. And if you don't have fresh, because I do make this in the winter sometimes too, our CSA gets greenhouse cherry tomatoes for us, which is nice to mix up the winter. I literally will just use dried thyme and it's fine. I also got from my CSA this week some basil. So I got a nice ginormous bag of basil from them. And I'm just going to break up a leaf here and add this. Okay, that can't be bad. And I'm going to go ahead and get our olive oil that we're going to add to this also. Okay, so half a cup of olive oil. Need some salt. I just have sea salt from Costco at the moment. And our last ingredient is feta. So you can buy 8-ounce blocks of feta. I'm just gonna measure. It's 12. Does that cheese smell good, Sprocket? You're not getting any. Perfect, 8 on the dot. I'm just gonna slice this in half because it's a pretty thick chunk. And I would like this cheese to be roasted. And that is what it looks like. We've got some garlic, some basil, some onions, some thyme, and some feta, as well as our cherry tomatoes, obviously. It does say the zest of 1 lemon. I don't keep fresh lemons in my house, so I'm just gonna add some lemon juice. I know that 1 lemon's worth of juice is about 1 tablespoon. I just want some zest flavor, so I'm just gonna use a teaspoon and drizzle that over the top. You can add red pepper flakes. I'm not gonna do that tonight. I'm not feeling any spice at all tonight. So I'm just gonna literally wait for the oven to finish preheating and add this to the oven for about 45 minutes. I'll set a timer for 20 minutes, and halfway through I will start boiling my water for my pasta, and everything should be ready around the same time. And I'll catch you guys back in about 20 minutes or so. So it's nice and done. Tomatoes are soft and everything else is bubbling. Got some browning around the edges of the feta, but I'm not sure you can see that as it comes through on the camera. So I've got my pasta also boiling away. It's just got another few minutes left. We're gonna mash this with a potato masher, mix everything together. The recipe does call for adding water to this, which I've done in the past, but I found that it did make it too liquidy, so I just choose to skip that step. I prefer a thicker sauce. Okay, literally just a potato masher. If you want a smoother texture, I'm sure you could just put this in a blender too. But for me, I just want less dishes. And that's literally what it looks like. Add the pasta. just like that, dinner. Catch you guys on the next one.